It's unusual that a Hall of Fame inducts someone while they're still active. But there are occasions when someone's accomplishments are so extraordinary that they cry out for that induction. Such is the case of field hockey coach Eileen Donahue. An overall record through this year of 212 wins, 11 losses, and 22 ties. A winning record of over 95%. Coach Donahue's teams won Division II state championships in 86, 88, 89, 90, 92, and 94. They were state runner-ups in 87, 93, and 96. They won Middlesex League titles in 87, 88, 89, 92, 93, 94, 95, and 96. I hate to say this as principal of Woburn High School, but in field hockey in the Middlesex League, everybody else is playing for second place. In the late 1980s, they did not lose a game, period. The team notched a national record 77 straight unbeaten games. Eileen Donahue went to Northeastern, where ironically she was not able to play field hockey. She turned her skills instead to volleyball and lacrosse and became an outstanding scholarship athlete. Upon graduation with a degree in physical education health in 1982, she came to the Watertown schools to teach, serving along the way as JV coach in field hockey, basketball, and softball. The coaching break in Watertown came in 1986 when she was named head coach of the field hockey team. In that first season, despite construction at Victory Field, she achieved a record of 17, 1, and 5. Eileen was named the Boston Globe All-Scholastic Coach of the Year in 1988 and 1994, and the Middlesex League Coach in 1998, 88, 89, and 94. And in reality, they could give it to her every year. She's the outstanding coach of the National Federation of Interscholastic Coaches in 1991 and the Mass Association of Physical Education, Health, Recreation, and Dance in 1992. She won the Boston Floor Outstanding Service Award in field hockey in 1993 and was inducted into the New Agenda Northeast Women's Sports Hall of Fame in 1995. She coaches elite field hockey camps at Bentley and at Harvard. Since 1990, she's coached the United States Field Hockey Futures Program, the last 5 years as head coach. Eileen notices and notes that it's not about yelling, it's about caring. She says, I try to get a little more out of each athlete. You know, there's always a little more to give. I let the player know when it's wrong, but I'll also be the first to tell them when they're doing it correctly. You could go on talking about the great field hockey players here at Watertown High School, and when the first 10-year period comes along when they become eligible, we will have a bevy of field hockey players year after year entering into this Hall of Fame. She's coached 3 All-Americans, Kathy Gooden, Kerry Lassard, and Jane Rogers. Other great field hockey players, Penny Fairbrand, Megan Riley, Lauren Kazosian, Kim Boyd, Jonah Rulavich, Laurie Piscatelli, Kathy Morrison, Catherine Mastriani, and many, many more. One of the great coaches, not only in Watertown history, but in the history of Massachusetts coaching, inducted into the Hall of Fame, Eileen Donahue.
That was Nancy Burke. Okay. Thank you, and thank you to Mr. Kaperlian and the members of the Athletic Hall of Fame Committee for granting me this special award. I am honored to be inducted in the Watertown Athletic Hall of Fame, especially being a Belmont native. Only said it because when I was growing up, I'm sorry, but I considered you the Watertown Rats, okay? But from a large family and coaching while my brothers and sisters were still at Belmont High School, it all changed very quickly. I'm glad I was given a chance to teach and coach in Watertown. In the years to come, I'm determined to become a better teacher and coach. I really, really love teaching elementary phys ed. I love being one of the first people that helps develop the young children all the way through. And of course, coaching is right up there as well. I'm going to take a chance here. Could everyone raise your hand as high as you can? Raise your hand as high as you can. That's excellent. Now let me see you find a way to raise it higher. See, I knew you could do it. Good job, Sean. All right. That's what I've been about as a coach, always trying to find a way to do something better. And I've always relayed that message to my players as well. Take some risks. I just took a risk just now. Take some risks. Don't always play it the safe way. If you're going to be successful, you have to earn the right to be successful. All right? There's nothing wrong with a little hard work. Nothing's going to be handed to you, and you have to be willing to give the best that you're able to give. Let's see here. I've always asked my players, are they working hard or hardly working? It's important for them not to give up, or as I saw Mrs. Fantasia do, no excuses. I happen to see you there, Gayleen. All right? If they have a weakness, then exploit your strengths. And eventually, those weaknesses will become strengths, and you'll be that much of a stronger person as well as a stronger player. Excuse me. These players that come into the program just don't put on the skirt and become these instant stars. You know, I always tell my players, I can't fit into it, so you're going to have to try to pay attention to me so I can get the best out of you. In our program, there's a process everyone goes through. There's a tremendous amount of teaching, and I can't emphasize that enough, with all the basic skills. There's a lot of motivating. There is caring. There is a lot of practicing and a lot of repeating, and of course, the running, and the running, and the running, and the running. Okay? The players have to learn to not be afraid of a little work. I said it already, but it's important. Okay? Sorry about that. I think my former and present assistant coaches would agree with a lot of the things that we've done throughout the years. For many years, Denise Nugent and Josie McCafferty, they worked extremely hard with me. Early on, we were always going to field hockey clinics, demonstration, coaching camps, and many college games. We just had to find that edge. We wanted our players to be so prepared. We didn't want them to lose out because we didn't do the best we could as coaches. Nancy's finding out what it's like to grow up now. She thought we were like 45 years old at the time. Okay, she's almost there, almost hitting 30. Denise right now is coaching at Waltham High School, and she's doing an outstanding job there. I had her as an assistant for 10 years, and in her first year as a varsity coach, they made the tournament, and that just says what Watertown had all these years. And when Josie started having a family, she has 3 now, 3 lovely little children, Elaine Paradis came on board and she helped us out. She was a great role model for us, and I think it was her second day of practice, she broke her knee or something like that, and stuck it out, and she was a great impact for our program. Presently, Kelly Kazosian, Lisa Brodnelli, and Lauren Haggerty, all former players, are doing an outstanding job in the program. Having them as coaches is a constant reminder to me of how things have changed over the years. Years ago, we practiced and played on different fields. Today, we're fortunate enough to do both on the same field, and I'm very thankful for that. Years ago, it used to take about 15 people to carry a net on and off the field. Those nets are so heavy, especially with the boards on them now. And there were so many arguments within all the players whose turn it was or who did it last. And now it only takes 2 people. We have wheels. Why didn't we think of that before? And there's more arguments. It's pathetic, I'm telling you. As the players were getting involved, they started to get selected for special teams, and they got to travel to different areas around the United States. And when people would ask where they were from, they would say Watertown, and the people would say Watertown, New York, Watertown, Connecticut, oh, Massachusetts. And presently, when they're in all these special tournaments and they're asked, where are you from, and they say Watertown, they go, don't even tell me you're on that Massachusetts team. They're such a great program. And it's very evident when you go to a college field hockey game and you see many of the people in their hometowns where it's listed that many of the players are from Watertown. You're represented all around. In terms of the players, I've had many, many sisters involved in the program. The Kazosians, the Manzellis, Rileys, Holmbergs, Rogers, McDonalds, Jagarjians, Medvilles, Deans, and many, many more. Notice I'm saying those IAN names pretty good. My first couple of years, I was really bad at it, and for me, this is good, okay? We've had many people represented as Middlesex League All-Stars.